Hi everyone, Aidan here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Yakima EXO Swingaway storage system with the cargo basket and the enclosed cargo box and seeing how it fits on our 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. So the Yakima EXO system is a very unique setup. It's going to be a hitch-mounted carrier, slides into our 2" by 2" receiver tube, and it does weigh quite a bit, which makes your Jeep Grand Cherokee L a perfect fit for it because its vehicle capacity and hitch capacity is more than enough for the job. And it's going to be a completely modular system. So like I said, this one is going to be the kit with the basket on the bottom, the box on top. You can flip them between the two shelves if you want to, but you can also swap these accessories out for other ones down the road if you decide you want them. Something like a bike rack, a ski carrier, a camp kitchen, or any sort of other combination. Maybe you want 2 enclosed boxes or 2 baskets. You can do that, and all the accessories are available on our website, so you can mix and match them and build the kit out how you want and easily swap them for the different seasons that you're using this in. Now this particular kit is really nice because on the bottom it has the open design, which lets us get things like coolers out here or any messy cargo that we don't want to get trapped in. We can leave it out here exposed, strap it down, and it's going to be easy to access. And then up top, we've got our covered storage. It all locks up with the lock core right at the center of the box, so our belongings up here are much more secure, perfect for things like duffel bags, backpacks, and clothes for maybe a camping trip. And like the name suggests, this is a swing-away system. So if we follow me down here by the hitch, we're going to have a large hand knob that we can loosen to release the swing-away arm. Once that unthreads, there's a pin right by it that we can pull and push out. That's going to extend this out to a 90-degree angle where we can then open up our back hatch. That's going to give us full access to everything in our vehicle still, so we can load up maybe some of the heavier items that don't work with the carrier inside, or just have all that extra leg room. Maybe we have a place to sit down, change our shoes, or just have a camp setup back here. Now, with this, if you're going to leave this out in the extended position for a long period of time, your kit does come with a kickstand, which I strongly recommend because all of that weight out here is going to put things at an awkward angle at the hitch. So that kickstand just helps support the weight. So if you set up at your camp and you leave it like this, you can make sure it's supported. And to access the things on the bottom, we're going to have a hand knob that threads in on the side and a locking pin in the center that allows us to take this whole top shelf and swing it around 180 degrees. Now this is going to basically free up that whole bottom shelf, so if we did want to maybe swap the box down there, we have room to unlock and open the lid, or in the case of the basket, we've got room to open that cooler that we have down there. We can just kind of leave it set up and have access to both tiers of the storage full time. Bringing everything back in, there's a pull pin at the corner that we can pull to fold it back in. Everything glides and moves very smoothly, even with weight loaded up onto it. Pull it back in until that first pin clicks into place and re-thread the hand knob. With everything back into position, you're left with a very stable product overall. Really not a whole lot of shake and play in there. That hand knob threads in and keeps that arm stable, acting like an anti-rattle device. Plus you've got the anti-rattle device in the hitch as well. So it keeps everything very stable and solid, even though it is quite large. Now, as for some specs, the box is going to be 10 cubic feet of storage space. At the top shelf like this, it's going to have an 80-pound weight capacity, or 100 pounds if we put it on the bottom shelf. And then moving on down to the basket, that's going to have a 110-pound capacity on the bottom shelf, or an 80-pound capacity on the top shelf. So running it in this configuration is going to get you a little extra weight capacity with the basket on bottom, even though the box up top blocks a little bit more of your view out of your window. That is a trade-off you make for the weight capacity. And speaking of that, how does it work with the vehicle? Like I mentioned, with the box up top, you're really not going to be able to see out of the back window at all. So if you are running it in the reverse configuration, just know that your cargo is still probably going to block the window. So visibility is going to be a little bit limited, but that's pretty common for most cars with this kit. As for the tail lights, that's going to be somewhat visible off to the side, and even between the gap of the 2 layers, it's somewhat visible too, but I wouldn't count on that. There is a light kit available for this that can attach out on the outside of the arms. I would strongly recommend that. And if you don't have 4-pole wiring for your vehicle, then you can get that too using our fit guide on our site. The 4-pole wiring on the EXO system is already routed through, so if you get that light kit, it just plugs into the 4-pole on your vehicle and gives you your tail lights, your turn signals, things like that at the back end here. For swapping out these accessories, it's going to be a pretty simple process. There's going to be these 2 tabs on each arm that we can push over to the left position where they're in the swapping logo. That's going to let us know it's ready to loosen the hand knobs, which are lockable. Opening the clamps on our arms, allowing us to lift the accessory up and out of place. On the bottom of the accessory, we can see a track that drops into the arm and clamps into place. So all you have to do is take this off, grab your new accessory, drop it into the track so they line up, tighten down the hand knobs, and once they're tight, just push those tabs back over to the lock position, and you can see this isn't coming out. So it's a very quick process to swap these things out. One thing to note though is that the different accessories, if they do come with locks, aren't going to come key to like, and everything in the kit here also doesn't come key to like necessarily. So you can pick up separate lock cores from us to get everything matching and match it to any other Yakima accessories you have, but it is something to keep in mind as you add more to it. You do want things to probably be key to like. And overall, that's really all there is to it for the EXO system. There's a lot more finer details that you can find in our full review. This is going to be really just how it fits and works with the Grand Cherokee L. Now, for me, I think it's a really great system. There's a lot of functionality with it. You get the options to mix and match accessories and really build it out to match your adventure. So if you're a frequent camper, a frequent traveler, and you need to bring your stuff with you, this presents a lot of unique ways to do that. Of course, you've got alternatives like hitch-mounted bike racks, hitch-mounted cargo carriers, roof racks, and roof carriers, but a lot of those are going to have different downsides to them. Like a bike rack on the hitch, you can only carry bikes. On the roof, it's going to be hard to reach, especially on a taller vehicle like this, so there are certain limitations there. Having it all in the hitch, be easily swappable and easily reachable, makes for a very great user experience in my opinion, and you retain a lot of functionality with your vehicle with it too. But that'll do it for a look at the Yakima EXO Swing Away storage system on our 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Thanks for watching.